Hey guys,
Welcome back to the episode. Oh, to the podcast. New
Duo
episode.
Diaries.
Duo Diaries. Let's
Just
we-
get we're talking about something
we're
already
initially talking about something, and then we're like, let's actually just start the pod.
because
Content.
very demure.
Very demure, very classy. Oh.
Okay, so tell me about it because we're talking about the trademarking. What happened?
So recently, and I know a lot of people actually are infuriated by this. Like I've had at least 10 people tell me to stop saying very demure. But anyways, outside of those haters, the content creator on TikTok who created the video and it went viral for very demure. So someone else trademarked very demure, very mindful. And then she couldn't trademark it herself. Jules, that's a content creator. And she posted a video. She was crying. She's like, "Oh no, I wanted to create merchandise."
Yeah, and everything has to be put on hold now.
Yeah, everything has to be put on hold because I wanted to do this and I'm going to support my family and blah 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 blah. And then a lawyer made another video stitching saying, "Actually, don't stress, Jules.
Oh,
because the person who filed the trademark apparently he's a serial trademark filer. I don't know.
serial trademark filer.
So he'll just find whatever's popular
and take it.
Let me go trademark it, so it belongs to him.
Such a weirdo.
But then with trademark laws, the lawyer is like, she's a trademark lawyer.
Yeah.
And she explained the whole thing about.
Wow, Toto's just been in the background making noise.
I'm making so much noise.
Okay, well, carry on though.
And the lawyer explained that actually the trademark, you have to prove that it's yours. You have to prove that
okay, I see.
Thing. So even though he's already filed it will most likely be declined. And then Jules can refile and
thank goodness.
She's on TikTok with millions.
It's literally hers.
Then she'll get it eventually.
That's such a crazy. A little bit. The trademarking thing is weird though, because it's just like I might say something today, it goes viral, and then this man is just gonna come take the whole thing. Like surely,
it's wild.
People are crazy.
But also,
But then, okay, so it's not that deep.
It's not the end of the world.
She'll be fine.
She'll be fine. She's still making money.
Yeah. You saw Netflix already has her doing an advert and stuff for them. So.
Netflix Airbnb.
Oh, I haven't even seen the Airbnb.
Oh, the Airbnb one is Airbnb, I'm very demure, I'm very mindful. When I walk into an Airbnb, I'm not cooking a chicken boil, a crab boil. I'm very demure, very mindful. My music is not on 100%.
Yes.
And I was like, that actually makes sense.
Thank you. Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Okay, well, good for her. I'm glad
good for her. I'm so happy.
She's going to win, hopefully.
That she's going to win. Yeah. But anyway.
Just finish that.
We love you, Jules.
This
is a very demure and classy pod, I'd say.
Very cutesy.
Very cutesy.
Okay, but what are we drinking today?
What are we drinking today? Oh my god, let me pull it up. Because also this is so wild because we've been drinking it before.
Yeah. We always do.
Halfway through my glass.
Always.
We are having a Tokara Chardonnay. Sticking to our Chardonnays.
Yes.
Is it what year is it?
2023.
Is it 2023?
Yeah.
That's wild because I went on their website and they were not advertising the 2023 one.
Well, so the Uber Eats store had it.
I'm thinking, was this a bad batch maybe? That they disowned it?
Yo. That would be really rough.
That would be.
She wasn't priced like her failure. She was priced as a normal.
I mean, because of the brand, because of the trademarking.
Because of the trademarking, literally.
Oh, because I'm not. Okay, yeah, you tell me how you feel.
I like it.
Do you?
Yeah. Do you not?
I don't think I do.
Really? What's not making me like it?
I'm like. Well, I just had a huge gulp.
It's a bit not fruity. I think that's what it is. There's no underlying fruitiness of passion fruit or guava vibe.
100%.
I think it's more citrusy, when you bite an orange and then you get a tiny bit of the peel bite as well. And it has that bittery taste.
Okay.
But to me, all the wines taste like that.
But the other ones you were able to say, oh my god, that's kiwi.
True.
That's passion fruit or whatever.
What am I meant to be smelling? If you read it, maybe I can tell you if I have that.
So let me read. What does this thing say? The wine displays, again, I did say it's a Tokara Chardonnay, and the label goes as follows. The wine displays a brilliant pale straw color. Brilliant. Brilliant and pale together. Just
not really a thing, hey?
Aromas of yellow lemon skin, Lemon skin, you said
Lemon skin, I did say that.
Tea.
Oh my god, okay.
And lime blossom interplay with lightly toasted brioche characters, subtle cinnamon and vanilla. Oh, okay. Hi. We are being bamboozled. There's so many people coming in here. Where was I? Sorry. So cinnamon and vanilla, where?
I kind of get the vanilla because it's giving like hand soap kind of vibe. Or no?
Hand soap.
Yeah.
And you like this fucking glass?
I don't like any of the wines. I'm just
Okay.
drinking it because I have to.
So it tastes like hand soap, like the vanilla you get
Vanilla
from the
hand
hand
soap.
soap.
This is not a good review.
This is not a good review. But like the entry on the palate is vibrant with fresh, sweet lime, roasted lemon, appealing chalkiness.
Oh gosh.
Like just touch of ginger.
Chalkiness. This is not it.
This is so bad.
My whole opinion's already just changed after reading that.
Chalkiness, lemon skin, vanilla, but
vanilla but hand soap.
But hand soap.
Cinnamon. You know what?
Oh my gosh. Let me just finish this one last sentence. The palate also has a beautiful silky texture, testament to it being barrel aged on the lees. What is that?
I don't know.
And a refreshingly dry finish. Dry finish, 100%.
Yeah, she dry.
Drum.
It's not sweet. It's not like vibrant. It's
Yeah. Chalkiness.
Just chalkiness.
Is that like?
Did they mean to say that?
That's why I'm so. I don't know.
And you literally said, "Is this the bad batch?" And it probably is.
It probably is.
They're like, "Damn, we call it chalky. No one's buying this
the
now."
Chalky, brilliant pale. What's a brilliant pale?
Brilliant pale.
I mean, what is a brilliant pale?
I don't know of anything that's pale and brilliant.
True that, but also, who wants to be pale? Every single person who is pale immediately goes to tan.
Yeah.
The moment you pale, it's like, oh my god, that's problematic. Is the child okay? If you see a pale child, you think maybe something's stuck in their throat and they're choking.
Tokara, please.
Actually, that's gonna be a great tell.
Let's see if
we'll post it on Instagram like, hey Tokara, this is what we drank on a pod, and they're gonna
like,
comment and live like,
we're gonna ruin our whole career right now. Right now. But you know what? This is truthful because we're not lying. That means we're not lying about the other 100%. Ones. The other ones we actually did enjoy. This
1,000%.
She's okay.
No, we can be honest. Like
we are honest.
They said this in another podcast I listened to, and the host that she was saying this to, Bowen Yang and Matt Rogers. So they used to be like comedians, podcasters, just normal-ish. Yeah. Like now they are becoming super famous.
Okay.
And she was like, actually, now that you've reached this level of fame, you have to start being honest because you don't know who's listening.
Yeah.
And like the actors as well. So it's like, you don't know which director's listening. Are you gonna give your honest review on a movie? I don't think so. No. You might have to work with them tomorrow. So what's gonna happen?
That's crazy.
So we're not there.
No one's even giving us anything free. So we're gonna be very honest.
Very honest.
Until this wine became free, it's not good. It's not good. It was fine until I read chalkiness and now I'm put off.
Chalkiness, like again, none of these words would ever be used in a positive sense. So I don't have like the copywriter who was writing this. I'm so sorry. I think they've probably got
sabotage,
and sabotage them.
And then
we're not the writer's strike. Maybe that's when it happened. Was it 2023?
They probably
you're not paying me enough. So there you go.
Bye. That's it.
Anyways, that is the wine for this episode.
But it's not the worst thing.
No.
Let's leave it on a good note. It's different to what we've had. We won't have it again. Anyway.
Is that a good note?
I think so.
Okay, thank you so much, Maxine, for bringing in the positive spin.
We'll leave her with that. Okay. But you have something else that's positive. You got furniture things.
Well,
you went shopping.
Okay.
That's more positive.
Let's leave the wine behind. Went shopping, shooting the pod in my apartment, and it's coming together. The other week when we were shooting, we were literally on the floor.
Picnic. It was a picnic.
It was a picnic, yeah. We made it cutesy.
Very cutesy, very demure.
Very demure.
People are going to hate this episode.
They're going to love it so much. But this week, there's chairs.
There's chairs. There's a table.
There's a coffee table.
There's an eating table.
There's a dining table.
There's plants.
There's plants. Oh yeah.
Very cute.
The room is filling up.
It's very nice.
It's a bit better. We're like, okay, cool.
Mhm.
Yay, it's nice. The internet is working.
Everything's good. And you
Everything's
went
good.
shopping and got some good stuff.
Went shopping, got some good stuff in Mirror, and like, yeah, because we wanted to shout out this one store that I found on TikTok. I'm so sorry, TikTok is Biz knees.
Bees knees.
Bees knees.
The bees knees.
I was like, is it business?
Business.
It's the bees. Why is
The
it
bees, like the bees knees. It's just a saying.
Okay, like the bees, like the stinging bees.
Yeah.
Okay,
Their
it's the
knees.
bees knees. Oh,
Ugh.
doesn't make sense. Anyways, so on TikTok, I was like, okay, cool. What is the store? Gelma or
Gelma.
Why not call it Gelma?
Just because there's one in Cape Town, it doesn't automatically become.
And I literally was like, it's in Cape Town.
But there's ones everywhere else.
Okay.
Okay, the viewers can tell us if it's Gelma or Gelma.
Or Gelma. But literally, it was amazing. So affordable. Like, I haven't been to a place that's affordable in decades at this point because Cape Town is so expensive. Beautiful full-length mirror, like 900 Rand. Where would you ever?
Not at Mr. Price.
Not at Mr. Price. I'm glad you said it because now I can double down and say.
Don't say it.
I won't say it.
We still need things.
I love you, Mr. Price.
We still need her.
I can't wait to get my 20% discount. Yay, thanks.
Thanks,
Dad. But yeah, full-length mirror. We got like a kitchen. What do you call it? Like a
kitchen rack?
Yeah, the thing where you put your
cutlery
and plates,
crockery rack
thingy. Yeah, after
dish rack.
Dish rack.
Oh,
look at that! We are AJK alumni.
Yeah.
It took two brains
to figure out what that
figure out what that's called. It's so smart. But yeah, it was a cute store. Like, I think it's such a good. And the things actually look nice. I was going to say it's a good basic store, but like it's a solid store where I feel like if you're looking for furniture, not like furniture, but like things,
bits for the house,
for the house, tabs here, wine rack there, go to Galmar. You research. I don't know. The one I went to was in Cape Town, Ottery. Yeah. But I'm sure there's other ones.
On their website, they have a find a store.
Yeah.
Okay, but we're giving them way too much credit because they're not sponsoring this. So.
Oh my gosh, you're such a businesswoman.
Yeah.
I forget. And I'm the one with the commerce degree.
Okay.
Maybe I should be the architect. But what am I going to do? I'm going to architect a segue into the next.
Please do, because I just want to talk about it.
Oh my gosh.
We've been holding ourselves back since seeing each other now because
literally, it's in 2 weeks.
2 weeks.
And we have a new show.
We
binged it, we watched it, and we're done, and it was sensational.
Amazing.
Tell us about the show.
Love is Blind UK.
Don't forget
specifically UK, because we're going to just say this now. We're going to say it once, and we're not going to say it again. We don't like the American one. I don't like the American one. I haven't watched it, but I already know I don't like it. I don't like the people. I don't want to watch it.
100%.
How do you feel about the American one?
I don't like it. Haven't watched it, but I feel like I would like it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Cool. We're on the same page. Toto did watch it. He kind of liked it. He tried to convince me many times, and I was just like, this makes no sense. You're not going to convince me, first of all, that people are going to get married randomly. And you're not going to convince me that American people are coming on here to get married versus coming on here to be clout chasers.
100%.
Because clearly we know which one they're there for. So it wasn't a thing for me. But when I saw UK, I was like, yes, I can do this. And it was so good. It was so good.
Let's give the people a little background on
what this actually is.
And what this is. So, reality show where contestants come on the show. The guys and the girls, is a dating show.
Yes.
But then Love is Blind. So the experiment is you have to fall in love with your significant other without seeing them ever.
Yeah.
So they get in there. The guys are on one side, the girls are on one side. So the sex is what? I don't know. The girls see each other, the guys see each other. They stay together.
Yeah.
But then when they go on the dates, all of the dates are blind.
Yes.
So they kind of like shuffle around, date each other.
They date around for a few weeks, eh?
A few weeks.
It was hard to tell how many weeks, but then they started mentioning like maybe like 4 weeks, 3 weeks. It was something like that.
Because essentially, initially, I thought it was like 10 days. I feel like I heard them say 10 days.
Oh, really?
But then when they're referring to it, it was like, a few weeks.
Yeah. So, but then I also did, because I always do the social media stalking. As soon as the episodes end, I go on the socials and I want to know everything. And apparently they were like, yeah, they date for like, sometimes they dates with people are like a few hours long. So they'll sit there and talk for like 3-4 hours at a time.
Oh,
which is quite cool.
Yeah.
So they go into, for their dates, they go into the pods, which is what they call it. And that's essentially a nice little room, couch, good vibes. And then there's a wall in between. And then on the other side of the pod is the person that they're dating. My question was, though, because we only saw it from all the men proposing, is that like a standard thing, or are the women allowed to propose? Because like, what, must I just wait for the man to be ready? Because
I feel like they would be allowed to. I don't think there's a thing that says they're not allowed to.
But you think it's just the ego?
Like societal norms. Yeah. And also, I'm thinking, I don't know, maybe as a woman, you'll shed some light into this. But if you are being recorded, you're on not even national television, you're on global television, and they like propose to a man. Would you do that?
Well, this is the thing, because I generally I would be like, I personally, probably not, but I know some people would, and then it brings a whole thing of like roles of like people in the relationship, and then that leads us to some other topics that come up later about roles of women and men. So that's why I'm wondering, okay, so basically later on there's role kind of issues that come up in terms of like who pays for things, should a man be having to pay for the first date, blah 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 blah. Those are societal norms that we kind of follow for the most part. So then I get then why the proposal thing is what they follow. But the argument was at one of the couples, they didn't want to follow those norms. So then would it have been normal then for the woman to propose? I don't know.
I think like they would have allowed it to happen. But I just think as the contestant themselves, like I don't think any of the women would have brought it up to themselves to say, actually, I want to propose to you. Like even, for example, and I say that because, so there was there were a couple of triangles. There were 2 triangles that we saw.
Yeah.
So Ollie and Catherine and Demi.
Okay.
So Ollie, the guy, and 2 girls. And neither of the girl, like they were nice and honest and said, okay, cool. Ollie was honest to say, there's still the 2 of you that I'm kind of deciding between. And neither of the girls said like, no, love me or choose me because whatever. They were like, oh, okay, cool. You do you, boo. And if you choose me, you choose me.
Fine.
I'm not gonna overly exert or prove myself or beg you to choose me.
Yeah.
And I think when I saw that, it was also kind of like, yeah, hey, if this is you've left your family and friends to go find yourself a significant other.
Yeah.
And finding a significant other, it was you proposing to a man. I think, I don't think at least the personalities in this season,
they would have
done it. They would have said, oh, you're not proposing. I guess I'm not going to propose as well then.
I get that. And like, I fully understand. I think that's the norm in terms of people's thinking. But then it just brings you back again to that other couple, which I won't even mention because we're going to get into them. But it was a big thing because essentially they were out of the pods now, which we'll speak about, and they went on a date, and then the guy didn't pay for their first date, and it caused a big issue because it was like, but we're on our first date out, why would you let me pay? Which is, I think, the same thing of like, would the guy then be like, why would you propose? Like, would they have the same attitude towards that?
I want to talk about this thing. So, guys,
okay, but wait.
Let's
just sum up what happened. So they in the pods, they propose. They see their person. They come out. But they go on a little honeymoon kind of phase first. They went to Greece.
Yes.
And then they met with all the other couples, blah, blah, blah. Live together. Then they go, after they've lived together, they separate for a bit. And then they come on to their wedding day. And that's where they choose, after not seeing their person now for a little bit of time, they choose marry or not marry.
Yeah.
But let's just get into it.
So like now, outside of the pods, we have 6 couples that have agreed. They are fiancés.
They fiancés,
they said yes. 6 couples living together. And they're living like in an apartment that's paid for by Netflix or whatever. Because there was one that lived in Wales. Belfast in Wales.
Yeah. Belfast? No, Belfast was London.
No, Belfast is in a different country.
Woo! One lived in
in Belfast.
Yeah, the girl lived in
Belfast, which
and then
is in Ireland.
Yeah.
And the guy lived in London, which is in England.
Yes.
Yay, geography.
Whatever, the UK. That's what they said. The UK.
We're coming across this year with this episode, so like let's.
What's going on? We sound dumb. We sound so dumb. Okay, but it's fine. Yes, we have different
together in these rented apartments because some of them are.
But wait, are we even there yet? Because there was so much drama already when they were at the little honeymoon phase.
Okay, what are you referring to?
Because in that phase, before they go live together as couples, they all interact with the other couples around them, right?
Yes.
And obviously there could be some drama there because they were all dating around and dating each other. So, okay, should we just say the couple's name so we can refer to them as people?
In it now, we're focusing on the 6 couples. All the other people are out.
Irrelevant because we didn't even meet them in the show.
Because they didn't get a match, so
yeah.
we're out.
Okay, so the first couple was... Ooh, someone's calling you.
Yeah. Sorry, Mom, I'll call you back in a second.
Oh. Okay, first couple. I'll start with Sabrina and Steven. Because they, from episode 1, they got engaged. In the first episode, they proposed.
Yeah, I love
done.
them.
We knew they were going to be fine. Next couple, we have Catherine and Freddie. Most hated couple, not because of them as people, because Freddie is the best.
I love
Catherine is the worst.
Freddie is, on paper, you see this boy, English lad, muscular. So you think,
looks after himself, cares about his life.
But I won't lie, because of the conventional attractiveness,
you think he's
gonna become a dick.
Yeah.
He opens his mouth. The loveliest man.
So nice.
So nice.
He has a brother with Down syndrome, so he's super patient as well. He speaks about that, opens up about how family is important to him, blah, blah. Really nice person. Was not horrible to anyone he came across. And also only stuck with one person. He spoke to someone and he was like, hey, that is my person. He didn't try fish around for anyone else. And unfortunately, that person had to be Catherine, who... first of all, comes across as the worst. She just cried for everything in the pod. He's like, my grandpa's name is this. And she starts bawling.
Oh, yeah, because they
got the same grandpa name. Okay, but they're probably the same person.
And I was like, oh my God, English people are still dating cousins.
Basically.
We abolished that a long time ago.
No, they're still there.
They still there. No wonder they look the way they do. Remain demure, Lucinda, sorry.
Demure. But anyway, Catherine was not cute. We'll see throughout the season she was just awful.
Yeah.
Awful.
She was just a bit like...
No, she was...
because we've watched the entire season.
Yeah.
And we've given you guys the entire basically the recap of the whole season. She came across as superficial. She came across as...
having a victim complex as well.
Because
she was adopted. And she uses that as something that was like awful. And I was following like a lot of stuff on Twitter since and like reading stuff, and everyone's point was that the adoption was not like, she makes it sound like it was a bad thing, but essentially your adoption was someone choosing you specifically, being like, you need a home, I choose you, you can come in. Most of us were mistakes. We've had this, like, we were not chosen, no one planned us. Babe. Some of us were not meant to be here.
Sweetheart.
So she was chosen. Yes, her biological mom or whatever wasn't able to look after her, but again, that's not her fault or an abandonment thing. It may have been because the mom realized she deserves somewhere better to live.
Yeah.
So she used that as a thing constantly. So anytime something went wrong, she'd be like, oh, I just feel rejected because I was adopted.
Get it. And I don't want to minimize the feelings. It's very valid and it's very common with people who are adopted.
But adoption is common. So she made it as if it's something that's uncommon and like a trauma to her or like really bad thing.
It feels more like it's an issue of like an identity crisis as opposed to the actual adoption that's affected.
Yeah.
He speaks about the adoption.
Okay, well, I don't know if anyone heard Toto because the mic's not there, but it comes across as an identity crisis.
And it's fair, and it's a legitimate trauma. I don't want to like.
But is it?
I don't want to invalidate her experience off of that, because the fact that I didn't like her, I don't even think
it had to do with that. No, it didn't.
At all.
It was just annoying that she tried to use that as a reasoning for her actions in most cases.
Because it felt like she was using that to show herself as a more sincere individual.
Yeah.
Versus a materialistic one.
Yes.
And again, it's fine, babe. If you are a club going,
own it.
Singing Ibiza in my bathing suit, or I'm wanting to look cute all the time and be fly and be like a model, whatever. That's okay.
Yeah.
But it felt like she was using the adoption to kind of make herself
to hide that.
Yeah, to make herself more like, oh no, I'm down to earth,
very humble. And it's because that's how Freddie was, and it's exactly what he had said close to the end. We won't spoil it yet, but at the end he said, I think she's trying to be someone who she thinks I want to be with, almost 100%. Like even when they met friends and stuff, so they meet the families, or some of them meet the families and stuff in between when they're living together. the friends were like, yeah, no, she's definitely like the type to want to go out and like get dressed up and stuff, and it doesn't seem like Freddie's like that.
And he isn't. He's a funeral director.
He looks after dead people.
Random suburb, not even in London, like so far away from London.
Bruh.
And
he's living a humble life.
When he passes away, this man, I love him. Oh, I love Freddie so much. Yeah. When he passes away, he said, "I'm leaving my estate, my money, and everything," because he's well off. Actually. Yeah, he's worked hard. And he doesn't come
exactly. He lives on his own. He doesn't live with his parents.
Has his own home.
Yeah, she lives with her parents.
His interior design, disgusting.
Yeah, but that's the UK. But that's the UK.
Oh, the UK.
They're awful. The shiny mirror.
The shiny mirror.
That's such a
glitter
UK.
On the side, and
it's from like we said Manchester, like that kind of area. Yeah, close to Manchester, which is like
so grotesque.
Schmidt.
So he needs what's his name? Freddie. We have a store in Cape Town called
Galma.
You need to
go there.
The mirrors there, superb, so nice, and very cutesy. Affordable, very cutesy. But yeah, and then he said, when I pass away, I'm leaving my money in the estate and everything to my brother,
to my sister, essentially.
To my sister to take care of my brother.
Yes, which is fair enough.
Because like the brother needs help, like aid and all of those things.
And it's gonna be his responsibility, which he's fine with because it's his brother.
It's like, that is a man right there. And then so he said that to say we're gonna sign
we need a prenup.
And then she tells her friends like, how dare he want a prenup?
A prenup.
Does he think I just want him for his money?
It looks like that because first of all, you're the one who wants to go out to Ibiza all the time and have a night out. So whose money are you using? Because you don't have a job and you don't have anywhere to live.
And you're living with your
parents.
So
whose money?
With a Louis Vuitton suitcase bag thing.
Yeah, you fake news. Please.
I'm so sorry, the allegations, babe. You're not beating me.
No. She had to turn off all her comments. Like all of her comments on Instagram is all.
Yeah. And I think she's a lovely girl. It's just like not for Freddie.
No,
I think she just needs to own who she is and move around those circles, and she's a lovely person.
Then she'll be a lovely person, but at the moment she's not because of how she's trying to portray herself, and it's not like genuine. So I don't think she's a good person.
They don't get married. It's like Freddie says no.
Freddie says no. Thank God.
So we can put like a full stop in this couple.
And she was pissed off, bro. She like left the wedding venue. Her dad tried to talk to her, and she was like, "No, leave me alone." When Freddie said no, he like hugged her at the altar, which we saw in another couple when they said no. That didn't happen. He tried to hug her and she's like, "Don't hug me." How sour are you?
Which is, again, it's a valid feeling because, oh wait, let's just tell the people. So at the end of the 4 weeks, when while you've been living together, so you actually have to have a wedding. You walk down the aisle, you have
full on.
What do you call the priest's authenticator person?
Or the person officiant.
Authenticator officiant.
We are so dumb. We are really dumb. For real.
Officiant. And they do the thing, they say the vowels, and then there's the I do thing. Do you, Freddie, take thing, whatever. And that's when you make the final decision of, yes, I'm going to get married to this person, or I don't want to get married to this person. Oof. And it has to happen, and your family's there, your friends are there.
Everyone.
Which one, like for the show, that's where the producers are like, you guys are actually evil.
But
because they thought like
they signed up for it.
You can't break up. So even if like the day before the wedding, I'm not going to get married to this person.
You have to walk away.
Your contract says you have to go and attend the wedding, dress up, invite your family and friends, and then say
no
in front of everyone.
And they can date after the one, but after that kind of rejection and from family, sometimes it's hard. And I think that's what Catherine was feeling. She was feeling embarrassed because she didn't expect it, and they asked her first, which is also wild because
they knew
she said yes.
She said yes.
She said yes.
I want to marry you.
And then Freddie said no. Do you know what it was? It's when they start with "I love you," because that's a no. That's automatically a no.
Yeah.
Because you didn't say "I do." You said "I love you."
Like, but. Anyways,
so they didn't work out, but we love Freddie.
I think Freddie is the breakout of the show. We love him.
We love him.
Everyone wants to date him. I want to date Freddie.
You date Freddie.
I will move to the
Please
UK.
Date Freddie.
100%.
Do you know, even like everything he did was just so against what you would like his stereotypical thing, which is what we wanted what you want in a show like this as well. Because it's like, don't bring me the generic person that we know how the outcome is going to be. Same with like, okay, Love Island. A lot of the people, we know what the outcome is going to be. 100%. Here, I was actually surprised. I was like pleasantly surprised. So I love that.
Talking about people and judging them off the bat, there was another guy in the pods.
Oh, I know who you're going to talk about.
I'm so glad the other person rejected him. So
your Toto's being out here.
His bones are cracking like no one's business.
Maybe they won't hear it.
I think you need to get a younger boyfriend.
Yeah. He's complaining.
No, it's okay, Shay. I forgive you. But like Sam. So Sam was this guy, and I feel like every single person, because I was talking about this with a friend of mine, and they're like, you have to speak about Sam on the pod.
Yeah.
Because everyone hates him.
He's so triggering right now.
Unlikable, that's the word. What an unlikable person.
The most I've ever witnessed in my life.
Vain as fuck. So superficial.
Awful.
Receding hairline.
You had to throw that.
I had to.
And do you know what? Okay, wait. Do you know what we picked up on first? His whole thing was like, oh, I don't, like, love is blind. I don't care to know, like, what the person... But he then comes on and says, I've had so much work done because I obviously care about my appearance and blah, blah. I've had a nose job. So if you do care, then this is making you look like you're not here for this.
Like, I've worked so hard to look like this. You know what? I take care of myself. And it's all like take care of himself physically. It's not like, I'm going to therapy.
No, because he needed that.
Myself. I have to wake up early and gym. I have to not eat this. I have to go get surgery. Because if I don't, then I'm not going to like myself. And if I get a nose job, then I'm going to have a higher self-esteem. And then, but no, Love is Blind makes sense for me because I don't care what everyone looks like.
Okay, Sam.
What?
You sound crazy.
Crazy.
Can I tell you, my first notes for the show. My first note is, I can already tell I'm not going to like Catherine just from the first few minutes of the show. I really just touched on that. Second comment, Sam is making me want to throw up. He's so cringe.
Really is.
Because he went in there and literally just yappa things of like irrelevant, like he just said things that were rubbish. I love you. I wish I could be with you. I'm such a nice person. You make me want to smile. All the things you Google.
Literally, what you just said, I'm such a nice person. That was his thing. I'm such a nice person. I deserve to be loved.
Yes. I just want someone who will love me. Everything
was about him.
Someone who will love me. Wow.
It's like, what? He didn't say one thing of like, oh, I want to take care of someone who's like this, or I want to... It was
narcissist. This is a pure example of a narcissist.
Like, no one loves me. I feel like I'm putting myself out there, but no one
wants to. I
was like,
and every person you talk to, Sam from London, don't forget my name. Don't forget me. Don't forget me. I've never seen such a clout chase in my life. Like, he was purely there,
literally,
for clout.
In fact, even the guys knew.
The guys, when the guys can pick up on you.
English guys will always back each other. Like, yo, bro code. Bro. Even the guys.
They were like, no.
Like, yay, this guy, hey, I'm not sure.
Like, and like, it was very obvious that they didn't like him.
Yeah.
But you know what that is as well? It was the age group of the guys that they brought in. Please don't bring me 20-year-olds ever again into reality.
Into love reality.
Into love reality. Because first of all, we know you're not ready.
At all.
And second of all, you're 20.
You're 20. Why are you trying to get married on TV? You're 20. Like, everyone, the casting director, whoever you are.
Amazing.
Thank you. Please.
It's what we've been looking for.
Everyone was like, it's in most of the people in the 30s. Catherine was 29.
Yeah.
Jasmine, she was also... There were a couple of... But like, it's...
But late 20s and some were late 30s.
Some were late 30s.
Yeah.
I would say like the average was like in the 30s.
Yeah.
Which was lovely. People who... Like Nicole, she had been married before and like didn't work out, and then she stayed single for 3 years. But now she's like, no, I'm ready again.
I'm coming back. Yeah. Which is like realistic.
So realistic. Because people who've lived life and they're saying... I know exactly who I am. One, you don't know who you are.
23. All you know is that you want to be an influencer, so you don't have to go to a 9 to 5.
Exactly.
Because same.
100%.
Literally same.
You don't know.
Yeah.
You don't know the difficulties of like long-term relationships.
No.
Again, you can be 24. You've had one relationship that was for a year, and you're like, I'm ready to settle down
and get married. No, you're not convincing anyone. Like. Literally.
But these people, they've had long-term serious relationships. They know exactly what it's like. They know what sacrifices to.
They know what they want as well, and what they don't want. So then it makes the whole process of when you speaking to the person, it makes it more realistic. It's like, okay, cool. They do know what they want. Now they're coming in, they're talking to someone and finding what that is.
Yeah.
Definitely more realistic than a Love Island.
It was so good. But yeah.
But that was Sam.
Everyone, we do hate Sam as well.
We hated Sam. But Sam was going for, essentially, Sam had 2 girls, and both of those girls that he was interested in ended up marrying someone else. Which I love. There were only 2 women that would like him, and they both were like, no.
Yeah. And there was... She didn't find a perfect match, but there was a woman who was speaking to Sam, and immediately No, was it Jasmine?
It was Jasmine.
It was Jasmine, and immediately Jasmine was like,
nope.
This guy,
Red
I haven't
flag.
seen, and just from our chats, what she's saying
is
you're saying all the, and she said you're saying all the right things, but I just know this is not you.
Not you.
You're lying.
And she was a mental health nurse, so she's not stupid.
The she UK and the mental health nurses.
Mimi first, and then her.
And the heart, right?
Literally. Because that's what they deserve.
Yeah, okay.
But that was Jasmine, and she called him out. But then Nicole, she did not call him out. She went in that, I don't know what was going on there.
I don't know.
She said, I think I love you, basically. Yeah. She agreed to get engaged to Sam, right? So she was talking to Benaya, another guy who was definitely more suited to her.
Yeah.
And she was talking to Sam. She asked Benaya a question, basically like, oh, are you kind of ready to get engaged? And he said, honestly, not right now. Like, I don't know who I'm fully invested in, which is good honesty. It's what you need. She asked Sam, and Sam, who's a people pleaser and liar, was like, yeah, it's you. I love you. I want to put everything into this. And so naturally she went with that. And by the way, Nicole was married again before this. So she's already kind of anxious. She just wants to hear the right things. So she goes with Sam. Then they do their big reveal where they have to see each other. And basically she sees him and you can kind of tell things are not the vibes. They were like, no, not feeling it, not there. But she was like, okay, cool, we're going to get married.
Because imagine someone proposing to you and he says this at least 3 times. Trust me. I'm the one for you. Trust me. Why you
must be a psychopath.
You must be a psychopath.
Trust me. Don't worry. Even when she hugged him, he's like, oh, the height difference is we're gonna have to work on the height difference. But trust me. Trust you in what? You're not gonna grow. I'm not gonna grow. You're not gonna grow.
I have to say this and I have to put it out there. Nicole is black, Sam is a white man.
He would never be interested on her.
And when he saw her, I think that definitely switched him as well.
Obviously, because he's coming across as someone who's superficial and doesn't want to. He has a certain type of person 100%. In his head. He has an Ibiza. He has Catherine in his head, essentially.
Literally.
And they should have been together. I'm just gonna put that out there. So Nicole, she says yes, and then we see them kind of drifting away. And then when we get to the second part where all the couples who are definitely together come toward, like they have their Greek little honeymoon. We see that she ended it with Sam, and she was like, nope. And then she chose Benaya. They met up. They showed us that they met up together, got to see each other for the first time because they obviously don't know what they look like.
Yes.
And they had an instant connection, and he proposed, and they joined everyone on the honeymoon. So that was a bit of a plot twist because we saw her getting engaged initially in the pods to someone, and then she ended up being with someone else.
Like that great decision.
Thank God.
Whoa, what a horrible man.
Awful. Man. The worst probably I've seen on reality TV. One of the worst.
Him and Joey deserve it.
Joey, literally, we've had some really irritating people.
No, it was not good. But anyway, Nicole, Benaya live happily ever after. We love them. Another couple that I feel like even before we end the episode, we need to talk about Tom and Mariah.
Oh my God,
that was another very interesting dynamic.
We're not ready to end the episode.
No, we're not. No. Sorry.
Don't make me anxious. I have so many people to talk about.
No, not to end.
Just
we're ending the Sam and Nicole.
Okay, end them, please. Saga. Let's move on to more.
We're going to another couple. Tom and Mariah.
Oh my gosh. Let's go. So they are very interesting. Again, Tom, 38, white guy from UK.
Executive.
Okay.
Because that's going to be important in how their relationship breaks
He was talking to 2 people that he had a very strong connection with actually up until the end. Up until the end, I had no idea really. I was still confused about who he was fully going to go for.
Tash and Mariah.
So there was Tash and Mariah. Tash, who we saw, she was another white woman from the UK. They probably had a lot more in common. Mariah is a Moroccan Muslim woman who's been living in the UK. Her family are all here, but she's like kind of first generation living in the UK kind of thing. Maria. Did we call her Mariah? I keep calling her Mariah. Did you call her Mariah?
Maybe I did. It's because we were listening to Mariah Carey.
No, but I did this the other day.
Maria.
I should have called her Mariah.
Sorry, Maria.
No, Maria, change your name to Mariah.
Yeah.
Anyway. So that was a bit of a weird one. You could tell that their dynamic in the pods was also a bit tricky because there was some agreements, some disagreements, and this is where the gender roles of man and woman kind of came into play. They were a bit unsure because she has a certain view of what her role would be and then what his role would be. And essentially when they came out, we saw all the dramas start because this is where he took her on the first date and she was like, oh no, let me pay. And he was like, okay.
Cool.
And she was like, what?
And she paid for the first day. But even before that, like, I think the day before, 2 days before, they were having a conversation. So again, Tom, did he age?
Oh
PR executive person. So like he's sorted, like he's sorted financially.
Because again, he could find any kind of job as a white male in England. Like, let's just be honest.
And then Maria, 30 years old, makeup artist. So they were having this conversation, and Tom was like, to be honest, like because they agreed initially, like if I hadn't met you at a bar, we'd never be together. Yeah. The time of day. Oh my god,
we're so
my brain is which is understandable. But then like Tom was like, yeah, and also a makeup artist, I don't think I have that much respect for you as a professional makeup artist, because what do you mean? What is that?
He essentially said like, I would judge you if I met you. Like I would judge, and I do kind of judge your job. And his excuse was, I would want someone who's like ambitious and like, so you telling me a makeup artist can't be ambitious and that their job is less than anything else? I was like, you are an elitist loser, because also being a PR manager, also, like you're not that amazing.
PR and makeup is, I would say, is kind of in the same realm. Because like, what do you mean? Like,
what do you mean? You're dealing with people, you offering a service to someone.
Yes.
What's the difference? What are you on
PR
about?
PR is like, okay, cool. What public relations? I'm going to put someone in front of a camera. Who are you going to get? You're going to hire Maria and say, oh, we need this person to be presentable.
Yeah, can you do their makeup?
Like,
it's a proper job.
It's part of your industry, I'd even say. So, like, what do you mean that, like,
you'd judge her?
Yeah.
And she took offense to that. She was really upset, and I would too. Like, don't.
Yes.
And sorry, I don't like lying, but even if that is your thought, don't freaking tell me that. We're in the process of getting married. Don't tell me that you think I'm less than because my job involves makeup, which is a proper like job. Yeah. What are you on about? Yeah. Oh, he irritates me with that.
And they kind of were like, they spoke about it, and they're like, okay, cool, Tom, I understand your upbringing. And he's like, he's a posh guy. Like, his accent is like, but like that's what in England who be regarded as part of like the posh English people.
Kind of, yeah.
Accent-wise and all of those things. And then also, but Maria also sounds like him. She also sounds posh.
But she obviously has her different upbringing and cultural 100%, stuff.
But like, I think that's what like brought them together initially, because he didn't know that. But initially didn't know that she was Muslim and stuff. But she sounded.
But their humor is what got like they really clicked on that, which is why I think we liked them, because it was like you guys would never probably interact with each other, but you are so like. You're on the same wavelength, essentially. Like, you guys match. Your energies match.
I think they actually said that, the wavelength.
Really? Yeah, well, it is what it is, because you can tell, like, they got on.
It was good.
It was so good. And then he met her family, and they were so welcoming. The mom was so open to him. I know. The mom, like, Moroccan woman, she doesn't believe in all these. I mean, if you're coming from a Muslim kind of country, the cultural stuff is very different. She was open to all of it. She wasn't rude to him. She didn't say anything that would make him feel like uncomfortable at all.
Yeah, and she's like, okay, cool. Did I want my daughter to go on TV to find a man?
No.
Obviously, I would never want that,
but I'm open, and I'm giving you a chance.
And all I'm asking you is to respect her and take care of her.
Absolutely.
That's it. She was so lovely. She was so lovely.
And then
Maria meets the sisters.
Sisters. His sisters, half sister. Okay, but half sisters. But because his mom did not want to be involved, she was being an absolute potato, because she was like, I don't believe in this. Blah blah. Sorry, if you're that progressive where you think the woman must pay for the first date, then you must come to the freaking TV show where we're getting married without seeing each other. If you're that progressive,
literally.
Because pick one or the other. If you want to be traditional where you want to meet someone and have arranged marriage, then cool, do that. But that's not what the situation is. So what is your problem? And he's 38.
And he's 30. That was my thing. Like, I'm so sorry. This is your child. I feel like even parents have to get to a point where it's like, this is not my child. This is a man.
This is an adult who I raised and who needs my support.
38.
38. He's got gray hair.
Please.
You're so embarrassing for that. Please. And I think that Loki also kind of triggered him a bit of like, oh, my mom's not going to be there. Of course, I want my mom at my wedding.
Yeah.
But like,
it was just
first of all, you're getting married at 38. You shouldn't have any expectations at this point. Like, anything is possible at 38.
Sorry, guys. We are ageist in this podcast.
Yeah, we are. Because like,
yeah, sorry. A little bit. We're going to try to be better.
But then what happens? We get to the wedding. And we're
getting the way
boozled. I was bamboozled.
And like even so, the wedding again. This is when what I was saying. The producers are evil because Tom was like, "I'm not going to get married to this woman. Like, it's not going to work out. Like culturally, like I love her. She actually is my person. But the way that like our day to day,
it's not going to work out.
It's not going to work out because we don't like. It's actually, I'm not. Yeah, the cultural differences.
But can I touch on
Fatima, that? Before he walks down the aisle, it's like
okay.
Comes to his room
because his mom's not there.
It's like, hi, I'm seeing you as my son.
Call me mom.
Now. Call me mom.
Yeah. And said, please just look after my daughter.
I'm like, you are not going to actually tell this woman who's sitting
I'm going to look after your daughter.
I'm actually not going to get married to your daughter. I don't think it's going to work out.
No.
But you're going to say, yeah, thank you.
Puts hand on heart, hand on the chest. Yes, I will take over.
10 minutes later, you walk down the aisle and you say, I'm not going to get married to you.
I'm not going to marry. She said, did she even get asked first? I don't remember. But they asked him and he said, I love you. And then we know where that goes.
We know where that goes.
It's a walk out.
But
that was my
most heartbreaking one.
That was heartbreaking because I was dying. I thought I was dying. Yeah. So I didn't see it happening. I thought he would maybe just give in. And especially after that talk with the mom, I'm like, okay, no psychopath is telling this woman.
Like, if someone's going to say no, it's going to be Maria, not you.
Yeah. But, okay, I did some Instagramming, and then after that episode obviously aired and stuff, I went onto his profile or whatever.
Yeah.
And he put out a whole video. It was literally like 34 minutes since he had released that video that I saw it. And he was like, basically, him and Maria had that the production like completely screwed him over. And because him and Maria had a bit of a chat before that, and they both knew that it wasn't going to work out.
Yeah.
And that they weren't on the same pages, and that he wasn't going to say yes. So in his opinion, he thought that she knew everything and like that it wasn't going to be a surprise. But did it not look like she was surprised? And why would her mom? So, like, surely she would tell her mom it's not going to happen, and then her mom doesn't need to go have that conversation.
Like, I'm so sorry, her mom wouldn't be. If her sister would play along and like,
yeah, her mom was shocked.
Play along for TV. Her mom
had her hand on her mouth, like what? What?
After I just told this motherfucker that. I'm so sorry, but actually at that point, after I told this mofo that you can call me mom, I'm taking you in as my son.
Never.
I'm gonna embarrass my daughter.
All of us.
Fixes cameras.
She literally had her hand over mouth. She was like,
that's
what?
Haram.
It is haram. And then you know what happened? He didn't even talk to her because, like we said, when Freddie ended up with Catherine, he hugged her and was like, I'm sorry. Mr. Tom said nope. And he walked out and he got in the car and he went home.
In the Rolls Royce.
Oh,
they have a good budget though.
Yeah, and then Maria's just like, oh, okay.
Holding her ugly ass wedding
dress. It wasn't nice. I also said that.
What was the wedding dress?
The budget.
Like, don't hire the Rolls Royce. Just give me a bit of wedding
dress. Don't even have the venue. We can do it online on Zoom, but just give me my wedding dress. Literally. But you know what also killed me? The reasoning that he had behind it again was, if I had a daughter, I wouldn't want her to think that a man had to pay for it. And if I had a son, I wouldn't want him to think that it's his responsibility. Sweetheart. That's not what it means, though. He took the easy freaking way out.
He took the white person's way out.
Mm-hmm. Instead of saying our religions and cultures are different.
You don't understand, and I need to sit down and be educated. You're like, no.
I don't want my daughter. Yeah, basically.
That's what they always say. Like, if it's not their culture,
it's barbaric. It's not civilized.
It's not civilized. Why do you do that? It's like,
do you know how common that is for a lot of people? And it's not only Muslim people. It's a lot of people of color in general.
Yes.
So you're just coming with your TV perspective. And if you come onto a show like this where you want to be blind, you must be open to things like this and be able to adapt and change.
Yeah.
Because essentially you do love the person. So the experiment, it worked in that aspect, but you're just too hung up on your views and you're not willing to change. And so annoying.
But like, I feel like that was also a good classic case of actually this is the reason why money is one of like the leading causes of divorce.
Yeah.
Because hey,
if you can't keep up with that,
it brings out a lot in people.
She didn't even come across to me as someone who was going to be like demanding, even
not in a money grabbing way. But
I know what you mean.
The understanding of how money should be spent, or those views.
But don't you think you can have like another deeper level of thinking after you like, okay, cool, we're not making sense, but let me just think and consider that this person has never come across to me as that, so maybe in my relationship that's not going to be the case.
Yeah.
But no, man said nope. That's her view, and I don't want it. And if we have kids, which by the way, he wanted to be 50-50 with everything. So she must pay the mortgage with him, pay half the rent.
Which is his house.
She must pay for half food, half everything, take him out on dates to buy him ice cream. And then she must hold his kids in her freaking womb for 9 months at a time. Go jump, bro. Like, actually insane.
No, that was sad. That was very sad because I genuinely like them. Maria,
I love them.
Maria is so beautiful.
And she's so nice. So and her gorgeous. Humor is so good.
And she's everything.
And them together, even that scene where he was like, I have something to tell you. Toto loved this one. And he was like, I have something to tell you. And she's like, what? He's like, I'm wearing Birkenstocks. It was so good. The humor was so good.
So lovely.
And they both laughed it out. It was so nice to watch.
Yeah.
And we love a couple that we think wouldn't work. And if they do work out.
Yeah.
But they didn't. That one was very touching for me.
Also, I feel like they should have said, they should have done an Ali and Demi situation to say, okay, it's not gonna work out,
but we could be together.
Let's date outside. Like, let's not get married right now because it's too much. There's a lot of things that we're not certain about. But we could still be together, maybe. Let's still be together. Yeah, outside of the camera.
And that's kind of what Freddie said to Catherine as well. He wanted that to happen. He's just a nice person, but surely you should know it's not gonna happen. But Ollie and Demi.
And so they 100% spoke about it the night before and said, "Hey, bro, we're not gonna get married."
But do you think so? Because
I do think so.
Because she came in, but she came in and was like, "We haven't had much communication, and I don't know where his head's at because he hasn't actually been talking to me during this time," which is why she was skeptical. So the Twitters. Okay, first of all, should we just briefly talk about Ollie and Demi? They went in. Ollie was speaking to Catherine.
Yeah.
Another triangle, and that was also a bit of a drama because that caused issues. But Ollie and Catherine speaking, but then he eventually realized Demi's my person, I'm better off with her, we have more in common. He was a bit skeptical because in the beginning she was like, a lot of guys see me as like one of the boys, and I think when it got to meeting her, he was like thinking she's going to be something completely different. When he saw her, he was like, okay, I like you. His whole reaction to me was fairly genuine. Like, I believe that he actually maybe liked her and stuff, and like everything was good. Then when they went to Greece and he saw Catherine and they had to deal with that stuff, he was just on another level. He was doing some other
not to be grotesque, at the honeymoon, every other couple, the other 5 couples, got to their honeymoon. This is the first time you guys are going to be together. They all said
intimacy. And then
all Ollie and Demi together had sexual intercourse together, except for Ollie and Demi. And that's where, for Twitter, and I understand what the people on Twitter are saying.
Yeah.
I think that Ollie 100% loves Demi. I think that Ollie's typical type before was Catherine. It was just like your skinny white
model-looking girl.
There's like, it's fine. Let's be in the club. Let's wear the skirts.
And he's a mixed race, kind of light. Yeah, he has that.
There's so many of them.
Yeah,
and all of them with it's white mom,
white mom, always.
That combo. That
matters. It always matters.
The combo matters. Like, it's going to tell you so much about the person. And I think that was a thing that Ollie was trying to reconcile within himself.
Yeah.
To say, yes, like a Catherine would be my typical type. But I genuinely do love Demi, and I just need to make sure that this physical thing, I feel like he knows he can get over it, and he has, but like it wasn't a thing. And because Demi also Demi was a bit more like a voluptuous girl. She's had like body.
People want to say plus size, but she's not plus size, guys. She's curvy.
She's a curvy girl, yeah. But she also has a thing around her.
She feels, I guess it's her thing. I don't see her as she doesn't look like a normal person.
And I was like, the fact that the Ollie situation and then her pre-existing stuff, it was too much. It was a lot of things to reconcile. Because even like in the wedding thing, so like when they were all getting their wedding dresses, all the girls would go get the dress, come out in front of the other girls and their families, and like, this is the dress I've chosen. It's so cute. So and everyone was like, it's such a pretty dress. I've always wanted to get married. It was just like nice sentimental stuff. Demi goes on there and she says, "Oh my gosh, I feel weird because all of you guys are skinny and beautiful, and I don't feel that way." It's like, flip.
Did she really say?
She said that, and I was like, okay, this is gonna be an issue.
She did earn it. We actually really liked the couple because I was just like, maybe we overjudge it, and we were also doing that thing of like, what, like, why won't we believe that he could like someone like her? We're almost saying like, are we being judgmental that we think he deserves better? No, he doesn't. She's beautiful. She's perfect type for him. They get along well. So why would it be like, oh, someone's reaching or someone's settling? No, it was pretty even.
It was pretty even.
And then okay,
but it's just those internal situations.
But then he announces, like, I wrote in the notes here, I was like, Ollie announcing his ADHD like he has a rare illness. Sorry. But he sat her down, like, to tell her basically the reasoning why he's acting a fool is, I have ADHD. Okay, and we all do.
Only 3 people in my life know about this. It's my parents,
my parents,
2 friends.
And 2 friends.
So and I was like,
baby,
ADHD?
ADHD. Yeah, you mean you and everyone else around us. Okay, cool.
Thanks. Also, I'm like, again, we are such a progressive society at the same time. Like, there's so many things have happened. Guys, like, there's like so many things. People have SCIs and you get over it. Like, the stigmas of things are even like going down.
Yeah.
ADHD and like, yo, I don't tell my friends that I have ADHD.
Why? That's concerning to me.
Pop a Ritalin and let's go dance.
Yeah, please. Pop a Ritalin and let's go dance.
Is that the name of the episode?
That's the name of the episode. That is the best thing I've heard, because literally, please, sir, if you tell me you have monkeypox, I'll take you seriously right now. But in this day and age, on the 25th of August 2024, I'm not taking your ADHD as a proper illness. No, sorry, let me not say it's not taking it as a proper illness. It's definitely a proper illness, but you're not.
It's not stigmatized.
How do we not sound like we're gaslighting? Because
we do sound like we are.
We sound like we're gaslighting.
We respect and we validate.
Toto is ADHD,
she's
bro. Like, I know, and that's why when he said, I was like, please don't use that. Please don't use that.
It made a lot more sense with how Ollie was behaving before, in terms of when he was like in the group settings and he was getting gaslit and he was getting very angsty and wanting to leave. And I was like, I completely related to that, because I'm like, I also get in my head like that, and if everyone's questioning me, it's gonna really piss me off. As well.
Yeah, I kind of got that. Like, his social skills, yes.
But like, it was just it's kind of needed to hide.
It's not a hiding thing.
Funny, and like the whole declaration was actually, I'm with
you.
Yeah,
I literally wrote Ollie announcing his ADHD like he has a rare illness. It was too much. It was too much.
Or like half the kids in the office have ADHD.
Like, we all, yeah. Half of us are not diagnosed.
All the parents are like, oh my god, what dosage are you?
What Ritalin are you on? How many grams are you popping?
Actually, you should go to Dr. J, because he'll
like
50% cheaper.
Literally,
like, it's such a common thing.
We're getting discounts for ADHD. Like, it's that common right now. Please. Okay, but we won't gaslight him.
Yeah, we respect.
It's fair enough. He obviously feels like it was affecting him, but to me, it was like you didn't need to announce it as a reasoning for something that you're gonna maybe use later as to why you didn't want to be with her or blah blah blah. You know, his age
might come from like right before our kind of age group, where it was slightly more stigmatized. Because even when I was in high school, kids with, and I matriculated like 2014, kids with ADHD, you know, you would still get a bit of a rep, like you're just so like hyperactive and everything like that. So it was a bit of a stigma with it. He's like in his mid-30s or going into his mid-30s. So even before that time. So childhood trauma. Stigma that he grew up with.
Maybe, but also you graduated like 10 years ago. So that was like a 10-year, like we're in 2024 now. Like, but you can
make sense, because like the hyperactive kids in school, like the teachers hated them. Like,
true.
You distracted the class.
You're distracting one, so
yeah. Shame.
But at this stage,
we love you. Just to put that disclaimer out there.
But it's fine. But okay, we can hate him for something else, because why was he acting up when he saw Catherine licking lips?
We'll find something.
Sorry, you guys have a lot, but we will find something to hate on him. Why was he so caught up on Catherine? Number one.
Yeah.
Why did we not meet his family throughout the whole thing? Because we met Demi's family and we met Demi's friends. Man didn't bring his family around. He did not take it seriously.
Okay, yeah.
Wow, okay, we're really like an hour into this episode. There's so much to talk about.
It really is. It really.
We didn't even talk about Bobby and Jasmine.
Didn't even talk about Bobby and Jasmine.
Oh my gosh, what do we do?
And who? No, we have.
Oh, Catherine and Sam flirting.
Oh, Catherine is... Because they deserve each other. We said this.
But I have a thing that they're possibly together right now. That's my prediction.
Honestly, I'd be happy for them.
Yeah, no, I wouldn't be happy for them, but I would be happy for me for guessing that I was right.
Guessing predictions, we have to predict what's going to happen in the reunion.
In the reunion. Okay, but
it's
Bobby,
anything that we need to predict, because I also feel like
I want to predict who's going to be together and who's not, because I want to see if I'm right.
Oh,
because they might have all broken. It's been 1 year.
I think all the people who said yes are still together.
No, obviously, those are the ones we're speaking about, because the rest, I don't know if they got back together. I don't think they did. But okay, Bobby and Jasmine. How do you feel about them? Jasmine's mom's a psycho. Love Bobby. Love them together.
Jasmine's mom,
psycho.
Insane. I love her though.
She told him it's hard to communicate with uneducated people.
Crazy.
She's a psycho.
Crazy.
Like, she said, get more education.
You didn't go to university?
Get more education.
How am I going to talk to you at
because you're uneducated?
Family dinners. You're uneducated.
On the day of her daughter's wedding, she's like, I don't want you to outshine me.
And she wore a wedding dress. The mom wore a wedding dress. Not white. She just like, for me, I was like, that's
you're wearing a dress,
but it's just in a different
and she's and the day before the wedding, you're telling your daughter, no, don't do that. She's crying on her wedding day because her mom is literally acting the fool.
And she's been married 3 times.
The mom, the mom had 2 failed marriages. She's like, I'm like, I don't want this to happen to you. Okay,
who are you, babe, to tell me not to get married
when you failed twice?
Come on.
1, 2, fail.
Which leg are you standing on, please?
None. You have none. 1, 2, fail.
I loved her because I loved her as a character.
Yes, for sure. It added so much drama.
You imagine you meeting your fiance's mom for the first time, and she's like, "You are not educated enough. I don't know how I'm going to convince
I don't know how to talk to you because you didn't finish college." That's so crazy.
Like, no, I'm gonna move to London because he works like on the cruise ships and stuff.
Yeah,
let's be get paid nicely.
Yeah,
and he was like, no, I'm gonna move to London, so I won't be away from her for too long. Like, can you afford to live in London? It's expensive, hey?
Yeah.
I was like, this.
And the day before the wedding is what she told her daughter was, I don't think he's gonna be able to afford to like pay for you and doesn't earn enough. Oh my
gosh.
He's decent.
Yeah.
He gets commission off of luxury sales for those boats.
Like
money.
I love her. I love her.
That was so much.
I want to see her in the reunion. That's what I want to see. I want to see what happens. Is Bobby what's the relationship with Bobby?
Okay, so predictions then.
Yeah.
Is Bobby and Jasmine still together?
I think so.
I'll take them as a together. Toto agrees. So that's 3 for 3.
Okay.
Nicole and Benaya.
I want them to be together.
I want them to, but I don't know.
I think they are.
Him being a traveler, essentially, or nomadic, essentially, or a traveling nomad.
Yeah.
I don't know. I don't know if the not having a permanent residence is going to work for them. Because I feel like she's super on the we're married now. It's my second marriage. I need stability. I need you to have your stuff together. I need us to have a hope. I don't know.
I want them to be together. I feel like... I don't know. Also, Benaya, I saw an old picture of him in a suit with cut hair. Yeah. I was like, this could be a corporate boy. So I feel like...
If he did do that, yeah.
He would be that kind of guy to say, you know what, I'm going to stop this nomadic job thing that I have, and I'm going to find a stable job just so we can be together.
But I think that would change their dynamic. I think she wouldn't like him as much. I think she likes that idea of it, and in the pods and on the show it makes so much sense, but in reality she wants something more stable.
I hear you.
But I would love them to be together.
I want them to be together, yeah.
Okay, so what are we saying?
We want them to be together.
So out of 3 we're giving them a 1.5.
I think he's so obsessed with her that he would make it work.
Yeah. He is obsessed with her, but I think she the way she was able to switch up and choose Sam over him, I'm worried.
No, I trust Nicole. Okay, I'm saying they're going to be together, actually.
Okay.
Firm.
Toto, you are saying, so that's 2, and I'm saying, I hope so, 2.5. Give them a 2.5. Okay. That half is for not quite sure.
Okay.
Okay, Tom and Maria, we know they're done, and I don't think they even talk to each other.
I think they hate each other.
And I think she should stay far away from him.
Then, F off.
Go away. Walk the other direction.
100%.
Bobby.
Oh, free Palestine. I wonder if he went to the marches.
I wonder, not only that, I wonder about all the stuff about the Muslim kind of hate that's happening in the UK. What's his opinion on that? Oof. Because already he sounds like he's a low-key hater just from growing up.
Scary. Okay, Tom.
I don't trust him.
That sucks.
I liked him. Don't trust him. Ollie and Demi.
I think they...
Dating?
I think they're still dating.
You think?
No. I think they dated for a while and then they broke up.
It broke up.
Yeah. So
because based on him not responding to or not keeping up with the messages, and that was why you were still on the show. What makes you?
Yeah.
What are you gonna do now?
And I think Ollie's friends were like, "Bro, why are you dating her?"
Yeah.
And he listens to that.
Yeah. So what are we saying? 0?
No. Yeah.
0 out of 3.
0.
Sabrina and Steven? I don't think so. I've been seeing Twitter things on like Instagram and stuff.
Okay, so you're cheating then?
No, I'm not cheating because they're not allowed. So all the people who got married, they're not allowed to follow each other.
No, but like you're using the other people's
opinions.
Yeah.
Kind of.
Come from the heart. I want it to come from you.
Then I would say yes, but I'm also like just a sucker for I'm dumb.
When you say yes.
I'm dumb.
I think that none of them relocated and they broke up because of that.
That's what I said last night.
They still love each other.
I think they're still together, but they're on like a kind of almost like a break kind of where they are
figuring
still together,
out.
but they're kind of living their own lives separately, almost procrastinating to figure out what they're actually going to do.
Okay.
But that is true because they didn't really finalize like what they were going to do. They were like, "Oh, we'll see how it goes," and also I feel like she doesn't want to move and he wouldn't want to move there.
Exactly.
And it went pretty quickly, guys. They were the first episode.
Very, very quickly.
So I don't know.
Yeah.
And also she had a little bit of sass to her and like a little bit of like getting annoyed sometimes with him. And I think like in the beginning it's all fine, but like 1 year later, I don't know.
Scary.
So what are we doing? 2 out of 3.
No, 1.5.
1.5?
I mean, I'm gonna say 1.5.
Okay, 1.5. Freddie and Catherine,
no,
done.
Finito.
I hope he is somewhere else living his best life.
I feel like he definitely reached out to her, but I think that because
she's got an ego. Yeah,
100% ego.
And I've been seeing things. Sam, right, posted TikTok trying to clout chase again. He basically goes on and does this whole like joking thing, and he's like, like a parody, and he's like, "No, trust me, like he starts making jokes, and he picks up the phone, he's like, "Yes, Catherine, babe, what's up?" Calling Catherine babe. And then he's like, "No, trust me," like making it a joke. But then you look at his profile picture and it's a picture of him and Catherine. What is that?
Really?
Yes. I think.
But like this
girl was so obsessed with him though.
They both have black hearts, and I think
they'll see each other.
Couple.
When she saw him, when they had another little get together where they got to meet everyone else, she was looking at him, was like, he looks like my ex. Splitting image of my ex. I was like, oh my god, he's my ex. 1 million times.
Okay, we get it.
We get it. So and then
also like she's saying that while she's smiling.
Yeah.
He looks like my ex.
I'm traumatized. No, she was like, oh my god,
that's delicious. I want more.
If you find anyone attractive, he says, "Yeah, that girl's attractive. I can't believe you called her attractive."
Yeah, gaslit him, right? After you talked about him looking like your ex, you asked Freddie, "Oh, how do you feel? Do you think she's attractive?" Yes, I think she's attractive.
Like, how dare you?
Gosh.
I didn't like her for him so much.
Hate that.
She literally, I feel like she took the light and happiness away from
all out of him, but that's literally all the comments I keep seeing right now is like, you literally drained this man. Like, there's nothing left in him.
Yeah.
It's how she started in the pod versus when they left the pod.
Oh yeah, emotional.
Oh yes, I said that too. Why was she crying over everything? She was so bubbly, and then on the outside, you literally miserable. You are literal like a mop. Awful. Yeah. Well.
Whoa, that's crazy.
So that's our predictions. The new episode or the readings tomorrow. I'm so excited.
Very excited.
We will post some things on our thought. Maybe we can do a little posty post. We'll see.
Oh my god, we have an Instagram account that we are going to
Please follow our Instagram now because we're going to be doing more.
Yeah.
We're going to be there.
We'll do an impromptu thing.
Yeah, maybe we could do like a little Q&A. Who do you think?
Yeah, okay.
We only have like 5 followers, but you 5, let us know.
Times 10, babe.
50. Woo!
I was going to say half a decade.
Oh, we're so dumb.
So dumb.
The whole episode. The whole episode is we are so dumb.
Anyways,
guys, that was good. Yeah,
we love Island.
Yo,
we love Love is Blind,
and we love Love Island
UK.
Only UK.
And we love Love Island UK.
Please don't suggest the American one. Please don't talk to us about America. Please don't mention America. No. Please don't use the word USA, America.
The only America I love is the South and Brazil.
That's it.
That's it.
We don't.
By South I mean South America, not
South America. Tennessee.
Imagine.
Tennessee. Well, why do? What? Okay, just on the ending note. don't you think it's crazy how we went from like 0 to 100 of like now America is like the worst country in the world? I love it. We love it.
That's a perfect ending.
We hate America.
Yes.
Anyway.
Sure. Yay.
All right. Have a good week, everyone.
Have a lovely
Enjoy
week,
the
guys.
reunion. We're going to chat. Comment on our posts so we know everyone else's opinions.
Please
Maybe we
do.
have the worst opinion and you guys think better than us.
Yeah. And let us know.
Ooh.
In sync.
Bye, guys.
Bye.